All right, everybody, welcome back. I'm sure you were expecting a video earlier. You didn't get one, and that's because I was live. I was live streaming today. I was finishing up my weekend league games, but I was watching most of the United Liverpool. I had to do some real life stuff, some boring ass stuff where you gotta go grocery shopping, you gotta clean, all that stuff, man. It's not fun. I'm sure a lot of you guys know what it's like. It's gotta get done. So I missed the first 40 minutes. Apparently, I didn't miss much. My chat was telling me today that United was still playing very well in the first half. So, look, we're going to talk a little analysis. We're going to talk reactions from this game today. And I want to say to you guys that watch this channel, I appreciate you guys, man. I love uploading to this channel. I just love really just waffling. You guys can tell that. I've been doing this whole uploading content thing for 10 years. So I love waffling. I really do. And I appreciate you guys joining and supporting and doing all that good stuff, man. And look, January, we're not making any money on YouTube. This is just off passion. There's no money coming in off those ads. It's not easy in January. So Liverpool 2, United 2. What are my thoughts on the game? What are my thoughts on the situation? Nothing. I have no thoughts on today's game that are any different than yesterday. You say, oh, but Nick, you told me that Liverpool was going to destroy United today. Okay, maybe I was a little wrong with that. That didn't happen. And I should know better because United, for the most part, at times, when they want to, they play better in large games, right? We've seen it over the years. I don't need to give you all the countless examples that you're thinking of right away because there's been tons of games. And then, they play a team that they think they're going to beat. They go away. They play there. They lose by 5 goals, right? But I was actually feeling like United was going to have a really tough match here because I've been seeing the way that Newcastle performed against United, and we saw what happened with, United and Liverpool in the previous one. Look, this was a frustrating day if you're a Liverpool fan. I think, you got a penalty. That's going to inflate the stats quite a bit. But I feel like you walk away from this game feeling like, damn, at least we got a point out of it. But you wanted to win this game. If you're a United fan, you might even be frustrated for a lot of reasons. You might watch this game today and say, is this a joke? Why can't we play this way every week? I thought overall the game was pretty even for the most part. I know United fans are on Twitter saying we should have won the game. I think where they could have won the game at the end is if Maguire had finished that off. His attempt wasn't bad. The pass he got from Xerxes was not great. At least it was to him in the area. It wasn't behind or in front of him, but it was like bouncing up like crazy, and it just was not going to be. It turned from a first-time shot to something where Maguire, who has showed us he can score goals at times for sure, something that a 9 is expected to do, hitting down on it. It turned into almost a volley the way it propped up to his foot. So he kind of hit over a little, went over the bar. Thought they could have won the game right there. But United today definitely surprised me. And I think the other frustration, if you're a United fan, when you watch and react to this game, you watch this game, you're sitting there saying, dude, is this a joke? Like, we're playing with the best team in the league this year. We look at the end of this game and we say we could have walked away from Liverpool, from Anfield with 3 points today. I mean, that would have been one of the craziest statements ever. So Liverpool saved the point. They were, an advantage at 2-1 at one point. This game was wide open, and this is why I say Liverpool is the best team to watch in football. This game was wide open. I mean, it's almost every single game we watch at Liverpool. It's a combined minimum 4 or 5 XG. We saw it again today. Okay, so yeah, statistically, the game pretty even. You could argue Liverpool obviously created more. Liverpool, look, for me, when I react to this game, okay, the way that Liverpool creates so many chances, it's a league-winning side. I'm standing by it. I know I said the Prem is over yesterday. I still feel like it's over. I know that with this game today, it puts Arsenal a little closer. We've got so many games left. Liverpool have a tough upcoming match as well. But if they win that, they'll be 9 points ahead. They're going to play Forest, who's not an easy team. But even a draw out of that still puts them 7 points ahead. And these other teams, look, if we learn anything, like I think that people are getting so reactionary because people are looking at this game today. Liverpool's not going to win the league. They're going to choke it. Look, if this season has told us anything about the teams outside of Liverpool, look how many points Arsenal have dropped. Look how many points Chelsea have dropped. All these teams that are competing, City, these teams are all dropping points every couple games. So when Liverpool win 3 in a row, draw a game, go and win 3 in a row again, it's going to be more than good enough for me, to win the league. Look, I'll be here on this channel. If it doesn't happen, they choke the league, I will sit here and say, look, I was wrong about this team. But my God, the goal that Gakpo scored today, this guy is some freak footballer, bro. That goal, the way he just cut inside perfectly, the goal is not getting enough credit because it was such a top 90 finish. Martinez for United today just absolutely bangs one. Amad Diallo has been the best thing that has happened to United. I mean, his consistency in these games, getting on the score sheet, assisting, he has been so damn consistent for this team. And a 2-2 result, in the end of all, is fair. And I'm going to stand by this. This stuff where I was talking about that video the other day, bro, United is not getting relegated, man. No relegated side is going to walk away with 1 point at Anfield. So that needs to get out of people's brains. I don't know why that is being thrown out in the media. All right. Even for as bad as United have been this season, there is a difference in level between them and an Ipswich, and look, they could at any point, for me, United this season, lose to anybody. They could beat anybody. That's what that showed us today. They have a huge mentality problem. I don't know what their issue is. They seem to play so much better in these larger games. Obviously there's examples of ones they've got destroyed in, but I don't know. It feels like they really have a mentality problem. The reactions of a lot of people on Twitter today were like, dude, why don't they play this way all the time? I don't know. They're just really inconsistent, and that's the beauty of football. Some teams are really consistent, others aren't. I think United's still finding their way. New tactics, new system, new players coming in and out all the time, always bringing in new strikers, always having players exiting, and I think that obviously definitely wears a little, and it shows, right? So Bruno says today, we can't be satisfied. I'm pretty upset. If we can show this at Anfield, why can't we do this every week? We need to be more aware that we need much more from ourselves. I don't disagree with Bruno. I think looking at this side today, I think watching them, I still think they're going to find their way to get 8th to 10th place. And we were talking about United, for as bad of a season as it's been, dude, they're still in the Europa League. They're still in a spot there where they can make something happen. They haven't lost a game in the Europa League. So, look, if they can play Liverpool like this, obviously, they can play anybody in the world. I am still a believer. You guys say I glaze them. You guys say I overrate them. I think Liverpool are the best team in the world right now. I make a pick for the league, for the Champions League. That's the team that I like the most. And look, they have so many leaders on that team. Just seeing the reactions of VVD today. I mean, they have such a high standard at that football club. How angry this guy was that they were dropping points the way they did today. By the way, man, shout out to Garnacho. That assist he had to Diallo, the simplicity of the play and Diallo's finish. I mean, Liverpool, I thought in that sequence, I don't even think they defended that poorly. Like, Robertson was there for the Diallo shot, just went through his legs, the shot. And I felt like on the wing, it wasn't defended that poorly. I just feel like it was better attacked and it was better defense, And then Ruben Amorim says today in the press conference, you can see the mentality today. That was crucial. It's not about the tactics or the system. We should get mad and disappointed more than against Newcastle, Bournemouth, Nottingham. Today, we need to be really disappointed. So he's walking out of there saying, look, we should be mad. We got to fight with this fire. And yeah, I think that's true. I think there's a certain complacency at United that has just put them in this position they're in this year. Like, they've almost expected results to come to them and it's not happening. And yeah, they need a real wake-up call. So going forward, what does it look like? Look, United, they're in 13th place, okay? They're 7 points out of 9th place, let's say, which obviously, look, this gap is starting to go ahead. And we look at the quality of some teams, that are doing what they're doing. The form, Bournemouth have 2 wins and 3 draws in their last 5. Aston Villa is not a team I see dropping down to be a mid-table team. I think they'll be fine this season. It's going to be really hard for United to catch up. Spurs are in one of their worst forms ever as well. At some point, I think Spurs will click a little bit more. They will find their footing to get up to that 8th, 9th, 10th. I think Brighton and Brentford are now solidified in the Premier League as just serious teams that can get you a mid-table finish and beat anybody. They can play with anybody. Brentford's going to have City, which is going to be a very interesting game. Look, United's game next week, this is now a must-win game, okay? They're going to play Southampton at home. This is a must-win. And I'm going to say this Brighton game is a must-win. I think they got to go back-to-back here, pick up the form, all right, revive the season a little bit, and prepare yourself for Fulham away. Then you've got Palace at home. You've got Spurs away. You've got Everton away. You've got Ipswich at home, all before Arsenal. Try to get some results in there because obviously then you're going to see Arsenal, you're going to see Forest, you're going to see City, and you're going to see Newcastle. So this would be the time for them now to definitely build some confidence. It's a great result today regardless, even if United fans are saying they should have won. For Liverpool, I don't think it's the end of the world, man. United, no matter what season they're having, are never going to be an easy team to play. Liverpool is going to have Forest away. That's the huge next game for them. Then Brentford away. So they want to make sure they don't start dropping points. If they can get at least, I feel like, a win and a draw out of those two, and then they can, obviously get that win against Ipswich, that puts them in a really nice spot. They're going to be able to rotate too. They're first place in Champions League. They've pretty much already claimed that top 8 spot for the bye. So they really need to just get one more win, and they can have the luxury of rotating. So Liverpool are in a great spot. I don't think you should get too overreactionary saying they're going to choke the league because they drew United today. The United team I saw today is not the United team that has put them into the position they're in the Premier League table. Let's put it how it is, right? So anyways, what are your thoughts on the game, guys? That's just my initial reactions. Yeah. Thanks for watching the video, guys. See you guys in the next one. Peace.